Venus, our closest planetary neighbor, might appear beautiful and serene when seen in the night sky, often shining as the brightest object after the moon. But behind that celestial glow lies a world so hostile and extreme, it almost seems like science fiction. Often dubbed as Earth's twin due to its similar size and mass, Venus is anything but friendly. Some even go as far as calling it Earth's evil twin. And with good reason. Beneath its eternal cover of thick clouds lies an environment more alien than anything we've encountered. A place where surface temperatures can melt lead, where the air is so dense it could crush a submarine, and where it quite literally snows metal. The mysteries of Venus are not just about curiosity, they hold vital clues about the fate of our own planet. Despite its hellish landscape, Venus offers a glimpse into Earth's potential future if the balance of climate and atmosphere is disrupted. In a way, it's a mirror we dare not look into for too long. But looking away isn't an option. Venus forces us to ask difficult questions about planetary evolution, atmospheric science, and climate catastrophe. So today, stay with us as we take a journey to unravel the secrets of this incredible world. From its puzzling backward rotation to the storms of acid in its skies, we'll dive deep into every layer of Venus. Welcome to Space Videos, my friends, and thank you for joining me on this exciting voyage across our solar system. Let's begin by talking about where Venus sits in the grand theater of our solar system. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, orbiting at an average distance of about 108 million kilometers, which is around 0.72 astronomical units. This means it's closer to the Sun than Earth, yet paradoxically not the hottest just because of proximity. It completes one full orbit around the Sun every 225 Earth days. But here's a strange twist: its day is actually longer than its year. Yes, you heard that right. Venus takes a staggering 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, making a single day on Venus longer than a full year. And if that isn't strange enough, it spins in the opposite direction of most other planets in our solar system. While Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and the rest rotate counterclockwise when viewed from above their north poles, Venus spins clockwise. This phenomenon, known as retrograde rotation, causes the Sun to rise in the west and set in the east, completely opposite to our own experience on Earth. Scientists still don't fully understand why this happened, but the leading theory suggests that a massive collision with another celestial body early in Venus's formation may have reversed its spin. This mysterious rotation is one of many puzzles that keep researchers intrigued about this hot, hostile world. Now, while Venus might act very differently, it's almost Earth's twin in terms of size and mass. It has a diameter of about 12,104 kilometers, which is just slightly smaller than Earth's 12,742 kilometers. That's a difference of only around 650 kilometers, practically a rounding error in astronomical terms. Its mass is about 81.5% of Earth's, and due to that, the gravity on Venus's surface is roughly 90% of what we experience here. If you somehow found a way to stand on Venus without being crushed, boiled, or poisoned, you'd weigh almost exactly the same as you do on Earth. But any sense of familiarity ends there. Because when we get to Venus's surface environment, things go from interesting to downright terrifying. The surface temperature on Venus averages around 462 degrees Celsius. That's approximately 864 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to melt lead, incinerate spacecraft in minutes, and far exceed even the surface temperature of Mercury, which is much closer to the Sun. This intense heat isn't just a result of Venus's distance from the Sun. It's because of a runaway greenhouse effect that has turned the planet into a furnace. Venus's thick atmosphere is composed mainly of carbon dioxide, with clouds of sulfuric acid. Sunlight penetrates these clouds and heats the surface, but the thick carbon dioxide prevents the heat from escaping back into space. It's like a pressure cooker that's been running for hundreds of millions of years. Speaking of pressure, the atmosphere on Venus is one of the most brutal in the solar system. The pressure at the surface is about 92 times greater than Earth's at sea level. To put that in perspective, it's equivalent to being nearly 900 meters underwater in Earth's oceans. No human-built spacecraft has lasted long under such crushing conditions. If you stood on Venus, which you couldn't, it wouldn't feel like breathing in thick air, it would feel more like being submerged in a thick, suffocating fluid. It's not just hot and heavy, it's toxic. The air is packed with carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, and the clouds contain highly corrosive sulfuric acid droplets, making it impossible to see the surface in visible light. These clouds are actually responsible for Venus's bright, glowing appearance in the sky. They reflect about 75% of the sunlight that strikes them, making Venus one of the brightest natural objects we can observe from Earth. From space, It appears as a featureless yellowish-white globe completely wrapped in this thick veil. It wasn't until radar imaging was developed that we were able to penetrate the clouds and get a glimpse of what lies beneath. And what we discovered was stunning. A planet covered in volcanic plains, impact craters, massive mountains, and two huge continent-sized highland regions that dominate its surface. These highland regions are called Ishtar Terra and Aphrodite Terra. Ishtar Terra, located in the northern hemisphere, is about the size of Australia, while Aphrodite Terra, near the equator, is roughly as large as South America. The surface of Venus is incredibly volcanic, featuring more volcanoes than any other planet in our solar system. Over 1,600 major volcanoes have been identified, and many more are suspected. Some of them may even be active today. Unlike Earth, where tectonic activity and water shape the surface, Venus's terrain appears to have been shaped almost entirely by volcanic eruptions. Evidence suggests that between 300 to 500 million years ago, Venus underwent a complete resurfacing event, an epic wave of volcanic activity that wiped the slate clean. Another strange feature found on Venus is its intricate system of ridges and channels. These are not carved by water like on Earth but by lava. The longest of these channels, known as Baltus Vallis, stretches over 6,800 kilometers, making it longer than the Nile River. This indicates that lava on Venus can flow over immense distances, likely due to its extremely hot surface and thin crust. The more we study these features, the more it becomes clear how alien and active Venus truly is, despite its hellish conditions. It's like a snapshot of what Earth could have become under different circumstances, making Venus not just a curiosity, but a powerful warning sign. In fact, many scientists now believe Venus might have once been more Earth-like. Some theories suggest that billions of years ago, Venus could have had shallow oceans and moderate temperatures, potentially even supporting microbial life. But over time, volcanic eruptions released vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. As temperatures rose, any existing oceans began to evaporate. Water vapor, a powerful greenhouse gas itself, worsened the situation. This created a feedback loop where the hotter the planet became, the more water evaporated, and the more heat was trapped. Eventually, all the water boiled away into space, leaving behind the dry, scorched world we see today. It's a haunting tale of planetary transformation and a glimpse into what might happen on Earth if climate regulation spirals out of control. Despite its extreme environment, Venus has been the target of more spacecraft missions than any planet besides Earth. The Soviet Union's Venera missions during the 1970s and 1980s were the only ones to successfully land and transmit data from the surface of Venus. These probes were engineering marvels, designed to survive a place no machine was ever meant to go. Venera 13, one of the most famous missions, landed in 1982 and sent back images and data for about 127 minutes before succumbing to the blistering heat and crushing pressure. The images revealed a flat, rocky plain with orange-tinted skies, a haunting snapshot of an alien world that's terrifyingly real. In recent years, interest in Venus has surged again. NASA is planning two major missions, DAVINCI Plus and VERITAS. DAVINCI Plus will study the chemical composition of Venus's atmosphere and attempt to determine if the planet ever had water. VERITAS, on the other hand, will focus on mapping the surface with high-resolution radar, helping scientists understand its geologic history. The European Space Agency is also preparing for its Envision mission, which will complement NASA's efforts by studying Venus's interior and atmosphere in detail. These upcoming missions represent a new era of Venus exploration, one that could finally answer the long-standing questions about why Venus and Earth, born from similar cosmic ingredients, ended up so drastically different. As we look toward these future missions, infrared imagery of Venus has already begun revealing more secrets. These thermal views show complex atmospheric patterns, heat distribution, and dynamic cloud movement that continue to puzzle scientists. Beneath the crushing atmosphere and fiery surface, Venus may yet hold more surprises, possibly clues about exoplanets, habitability, and even the fate of our own Earth. While Jupiter may serve as our solar system's cosmic guardian, absorbing potential threats with its immense gravity, Venus serves another role entirely. It's not our protector, but our warning. A cautionary tale wrapped in clouds, reminding us that nature doesn't always offer second chances. So next time you look up and see that bright point in the evening or morning sky, remember that it's not just another star. It's Venus, a burning, brooding world full of secrets and science lessons we're only beginning to learn. A planet that could teach us more about Earth than any other, simply because of how much it shows us what we might become if we ignore the balance our world depends on. Thank you for being with us here on Space Videos. We hope this deep dive into Venus has sparked new curiosity in you. Did you learn something new today about our fascinating sister planet? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to tell us which planet or cosmic mystery you'd like us to explore next. Until then, keep looking up, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next journey through the cosmos.